Good morning. I just got ready. I've been up since 3:30. Jet lag is hitting me and I've been awake since like 4 and now it is 7 a.m. Today I kind of just want to walk around the lake and then along the river. There's bars in that area, so I'm very excited to go there. I can't actually bookshop all too much because I only have my hand luggage, but I just kind of want to go in there and look around and see if they have like other books or different versions or like editions of books. I'm so excited. I also need to buy a couple of souvenirs. I need postcards, and preferably I will buy them today and send them out today or tomorrow so that they actually get to my family while I'm still here. That would be really fun. I don't think you can like priority mail postcards, so it's probably gonna take a couple weeks, but it's fine. Yesterday I was super anxious. Today I'm feeling a bit better. I'm still a little bit nervous, but I guess that's normal, like being alone in a different city. But I'm very excited, and the sun rose like just like an hour ago, so now we're gonna go walk along the lake. I don't think it's gonna be super warm yet, but it's supposed to be really warm today, so I think I'm gonna stick with this. And yeah, we're gonna explore Chicago today. I also forgot to bring an adapter for my camera charger, so I need to go buy a charger today. The same camera charger also works on my Kindle, and I need to charge it because this is the only thing I brought book-wise. I've been reading Nocticadia, and that book is so good. It's so dark. I love it. I read a little bit this morning and that was the craziest. I mean, I was like suspecting part of it a little bit, but the main like reveal, I was in shock. It's so good. I got my Kindle, and this is where I am. The fountain isn't on yet, but it's so pretty, and there's like almost no other people around. I came back to my room like an hour ago because I had to take like a little nap downtime because I got up at 3, 4-ish, and now the day feels like so long already, but it's 2 p.m. right now. I finished Nocticadia, and let me tell you, that is one of my favorite books I have ever read. It's so dark, so like twisted. There's so many plot twists that I did not see coming at all. A little warning, it's almost a little bit like reading Criminal Minds, but from the other perspective. There's a lot of messed up things going on, but it's so good and I loved it so much. And I definitely want to read a lot more of Carrie Lake's books now. I already picked out one that I put on my Goodreads TBR. I have to go through like all of her other books and see which ones that I like. I saw she also has a couple of series, but maybe I'll stick to the standalones for now. I asked ChatGPT to create me like a cozy, perfect Chicago day, and it recommended me I forgot the name already, like a deep dish Chicago pizza place, and it's the same place that my taxi driver from the airport recommended me, so we're gonna go there today. And I looked it up on Google, like how far it is to walk, and it said that after like 3-ish there's like over an hour wait time, and right now it's 2, and I think 2 is the perfect time to go eat because it's a little bit too late for lunch, but it's way too early for dinner obviously. And my like schedule today is so messed up anyways that it doesn't really matter when I eat. I just need to like eat sometime during the day, so we're gonna go there now. I hope there's not like a super long wait, and I hope it's good because the taxi driver told me that it's like a really good pizza and I should try it. And they also have a lot of other items, but he told me to specifically get the deep dish pizza, and honestly I don't think I've ever had deep dish pizza specifically before. I just eat like, I don't know, regular pizza. I started Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. I read Hook Shot, like the third of the trilogy, a couple months ago, and I didn't know that it was a trilogy, so now I'm starting with the first one. I think I'm only gonna read the first and the third one because the second one doesn't have like the best. I mean, it's still rated really good, but I'm not that obsessed with it that I want to read all of them. Because especially after reading Nocticadia, a basketball romance is kind of hard to like get into right now because it has like no like content, like nothing's happening. There's like living life, playing basketball, falling in love, but there's no crime happening. I don't know, there's no like drama and twisted stuff and like fantasy and what else, demons, whatever. But I don't think I want to get into another fantasy book today because then I will compare it to, because I thought about downloading another one of Carrie Lake's books, but I think I'll have to wait until at least tomorrow, maybe the day after. But for now I'm reading Long Shot, the first book, and we're gonna head out now. Today ended up being such a good day. I feel like I've lived like 1,000 lives today. It's such a long day. I did so many things. There are so many hours today and that felt so good. I was a little bit anxious going into the restaurant alone, but it turned out fine. I do have to say though, deep dish pizza, or at least that specific one, is not really my thing. Today I'm on 40% to chapter 24 and I think it's gonna be a 3-star book-ish. Make sure to check the trigger warnings because there's some heavy stuff going down. I think, if I remember correctly, Hookshot was also pretty heavy. The romance is like nice, but there's some really heavy stuff going on, so definitely check. I think that's why I don't want to read the second book, because in other romances like Abby Jimenez there is like stuff going on, but it's more like personal growth and not actual like criminal stuff happening to the main characters, and it just breaks my heart every time and it's very hard to read. And just check for the trigger warnings. I'm just gonna lay in bed, read it a little bit more. There was when I took like my little midday lay down session, whatever, there was a Harry Potter marathon going on, and I think that should still be going on because it was a movie like 4 or 5, and that's like a couple of hours. So I think I'm gonna watch that in the background and then hopefully pass out soon. And then tomorrow the sun rises at like around 6-7ish, so if I wake up super early again, we're gonna go watch the sunrise. But I'm hoping actually that I'm not gonna wake up super early because I feel like I just need like a good night's sleep, but we'll see what happens. Harry Potter is still going on. The second I turned the TV on, Dumbledore died. Nice. Ignore the mess. Traumatic. I didn't expect this to happen the second I turned it on. Hey, another day with 1,000 lives. It's kind of loud because there's still a parade going on, but it's not stopping anytime soon, so we're just gonna roll with it. This morning, I don't think I've recapped yet, was such a like cathartic experience. It was so nice, and moments like that kind of make me envision living somewhere, like at the place where I'm at. And I could definitely envision myself living in Chicago, but only if I wouldn't have to work or like do anything, if I could just like stroll around like today all the time. I also ended up, because I think water, it's like really beautiful, but it's also kind of scary, so I looked up the most dangerous animals living in Lake Michigan. There's only one that's kind of sort of dangerous. It's like this kind of warm fish that looks like, I don't know, the mygarden worm or whatever the name is, but in like smaller. And then I found an article that said that great white sharks live in the Great Lake, but no, they don't. But I love to freak myself out apparently. And after that I ended up walking the whole, like, what's it called, Michigan Avenue, I think, like the Magnificent Mile, the like shopping street, but it didn't end up buying anything or really going into any stores basically. And then I ended up walking all the way up to, I think it's called Oak Street Beach or Oak Beach, and then back to Navy Pier and like around there. I walked a lot today. I walked 21,250 steps today.
Alive, who's seen us? It's obvious, isn't it? We have to talk to someone who's dead.
Haul time, oh my gosh, I got the best things today. 10 out of 10, all of them. I actually feel like I've lived 1,000 lives again today. So I started off, the breakfast was really good, matcha, 10 out of 10. I walked to Soldier Field, that was kind of anticlimactic because it's just like a closed stadium, but then I ended up going to the Field Museum, and that was so fun. Every single time I see like an elk in like comparison to something, or like standing in front of one in this case, I can't believe that they're actually real and that they're actually this big. It just does not like make sense in my head. I walked all the way back to the river where this bookshop is that I found yesterday. It's called Afterwards Bookshop. It is the most perfect bookshop I have ever been to. They have like the first, like the ground floor is mainly like young adults, some kids books, like Chicago local books about Chicago, like recipe books and like travel guides, but also a couple of books by local authors about Chicago, like where Chicago somehow plays a role in the story or something. They had the most perfect, like, I guess special editions of Percy Jackson and Harry Potter. I was debating getting them so bad, but I would have wanted like the complete series, and that's just too much. I was gonna limit myself to 2 books. That didn't happen. I got they also had like a big I guess you could call it like trinket or souvenir section. I got 2 stickers. These are just for me. I'm not giving these to anybody. We have this Enjoying Chicago's Beautiful Parks one, and then just like a map of Chicago that I also thought was really cute. Then I ended up getting 3 cards. One just like a, I guess it's not a postcard really, but it's like a cool card from Navy Pier. And then these are like actually really cool cards. This one I'm gonna put on my bookshelf. It's so cool. I am obsessed with this. And then I also got another one from my sister. It reminded me of her because it has a cat on it. That's all. but it's so pretty. Also for me and my sister kind of together, I got a set of 3 mini notebooks. Again, she's gonna get like this middle one with the cat on it. It's Alice in Wonderland themed. I love Alice in Wonderland. I didn't know that I did up until like a year ago probably, but they're so cute. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Nobody needs mini notebooks, but also I need mini notebooks to carry all of it. I also got this tote. I think it's really cute. It was $23, which is slightly insane, but I'm only here once, you know? And now let's get into the books. I'll start with the one that I got from my sister. She's kind of into science fiction right now, and then this was recommended to me because of some of the other books that she read and liked. It's called Stranger in a Strange Land. I think the format, like the size of this, is so interesting. We don't have these like sizes in Europe, or at least not in Austria. It sounds very interesting, and my sister's name is Valentina, and the main character in this one is called Valentine. He's a man, but that's besides the point. So I think this is gonna be perfect for her. I hope she's gonna enjoy it. I've never read a book by this author before, but I hope she's gonna like it. And then I got myself 4 books, so we're actually 5 books in total, and I haven't even been to Barnes yet, so I think I might have to send myself a package home because I cannot go over 8 kilograms in my suitcase. But anyways, let's start with the first one. I got the Hobbit pocket version. Do I need to say more? This is so beautiful. Obviously it has the map in the front, you know, and this is like not just paper, it's coded, so I think it's not gonna get ruined completely. It's so pretty. And also 75th anniversary, apparently The Hobbit was written in 1937. I don't know, I'm gonna have to look this up because it sounds kind of insane to me. This is the most perfect book I've ever seen. Then I got a couple for my little like dark fall read. We have The Thief of Always. How cool is this cover? A lot of these covers, I think all of them actually, are like independent bookshop special edition, so you can't really get them anywhere else. So I basically had to get them, you know, but this one is just fun. This I think is a horror book. I don't remember exactly. Yes, this is horror. And I got Neil Gaiman's Stardust. This just looks so fun. I was gonna get American Gods, but that book is like 6 times the size of this one, so I opted for the smaller one. And they had a whole bookshelf dedicated to Matt Haig, and Matt Haig is one of my favorite authors. This one is, I don't think it's actually dark because it's still Matt Haig, but it's darker. The Possession of Mr. Crave. Love the cover, so fun. I also got myself a little treat. I've been hearing so much about these cookies. They're apparently so good. I got like the mini ones. This one is like a classic chocolate chip cookie. Then we have a pumpkin spice cream something and brownie batter. I think this one's gonna be my favorite because I love chocolate. Let's start out with the classic one. So this one is, I think it's called semi-sweet chocolate chip cookie. It's still like pretty big. The like big ones are I think like 3 times the size of this one. That's just like a good classic chocolate chip cookie. Then let's do the pumpkin cream one. I think this might be gingerbread. It looks really good. And last but definitely not least, we have the brownie batter one. This one just smells straight up like a brownie. Also really good. I think I'll rate this one an 8 out of 10. The pumpkin spice one, 10 out of 10. And then the other one, like the chocolate chip one, just because it's kind of basic, a 7 out of 10. But they're all like really good. I'm so scared. I know this is my first time driving an automatic car, driving in the US, and I haven't driven alone in such a long time. Also, I needed to pay toll, and I don't know how. But yeah, we're going to Wisconsin. Hi everybody and welcome to Wisconsin. It still feels so unreal being here. When I was like 16, I think, I did like a foreign exchange student year in Wisconsin. So I stayed with the host family and they had 2 kids, or they still have 2 kids. So my former host sister is getting married this weekend and I'm in town for her wedding. I actually haven't been back here in like 8 years, so back when I like lived here basically, and it feels so unreal because I feel like a ghost walking through like an alternative like life of mine. I spent the last 2 days with family and we like visited obviously like the house and the school and everything. I've driven by so many places that I recognize and like restaurants and shops and everything, and it just feels so weird, but I'm so happy to finally be back, and I definitely don't want to let another 8 years pass before I come back again. But yeah, today I'm just kind of having a little bit of a relaxed start into the morning. I'm at a little bluff right now, a little viewpoint that I actually visited on my very first day here back when I lived here, and a couple times after that of course too. So it's kind of like a nostalgic place for me and I want to go up there and like visit and see everything. Then I need to go buy some things and I also want to go to Barnes & Noble for obvious reasons. I think the rest of the day is going to be kind of like busy like family stuff again. Obviously I don't want to film too much of it because I want to focus on the few days that we have together. I think that's enough rambling for now. We're gonna go check out the bluff and then I'll take you to the shops afterwards. And we're here. This is the viewpoint. I've been here so many times. Back there is like the lake and the river, and then it's a town over here. The car is running because it is extremely hot in this parking lot. Anyways, I got a huge strawberry acai something. That's really good. It's very sweet, but it's really good. And then I also got a little quiche. Oh, that's hot. I'll wait until I'm in the next parking lot. But I was just wondering how am I gonna eat this, but she included a little fork. So yeah, this is burning hot. I'll drive to this like sporting goods store to get some like Green Bay Packers and like probably Badgers merch and stuff, so I like have something to wear for the game tomorrow. I got 2 different things. The first one's for my boyfriend. I thought this was kind of a like a nice shirt. I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of like, it's like a nice green and I like these types of shirts. And on the front it's kind of simple. It just says Packers, and then the back is really cool. And then I also got myself another shirt. Well, I don't have the old ones anymore that I used to have, but I got myself a new one for either just like at-home t-shirt or for tomorrow if we end up watching the game. It's also kind of simple. It's like grayish, dark gray, and it just says Packers and Green Bay like in the back of it, and then there's nothing on the back. And this one is like the perfect type of oversized where it doesn't like basically touch your body anywhere. It's just huge, and I love shirts like that. I have my food. I forgot about my food. It's still really hot, but we're gonna taste this together. It's still so weird being back here because this again is one of the places I used to be so often. I remember we were here on Black Friday and I had like a credit card that my parents set up. There was like a limit on the credit card that you could access per, I think it was per day, and it was kind of low just so that if it were to get stolen nothing would happen or anything, because obviously you're more paranoid if you're like away from home of that happening. And I wanted to buy myself like probably like sports bras and like I don't know, soccer stuff, but I couldn't because the card was basically like maxed out, even though it was just like probably like 200 euros, which if you buy like a couple of things for like soccer, like shoes and like I don't know, socks or something, it's probably gonna end up being that quite quickly. So I had to run back to the mall and like take money out because the limit for that was higher, and it was just all this like complicated stuff that we had to do. And the whole time I was so stressed stressed out because obviously Black Friday and I thought I wasn't gonna get anything, but it's actually not that bad here. Obviously like Walmart and like electronics is kind of big on Black Friday, but not so much that store. I think I'm gonna have to start the car because it is getting insanely hot. I don't know what's going on today. We're gonna taste this. I got a Mediterranean quiche. I guess this is also like an exchange student kind of thing. It's so hard to explain this like whole life that you had for a year to somebody else who's never experienced just like leaving home, moving to basically a different like country, continent, culture, everything, being with a different family. Just like one day you're just like inserted into their family and then you're just like kind of there. Yesterday my hostess was like asking me these questions like, oh, do you have a job? Do you have a boyfriend? Is he nice? And I was like, those are such dad questions, but it makes sense because he was like kind of my dad for a year, and it's so weird to explain because I have so many memories here, but obviously since I live so far away I can't just like high school. I could go to my like high school back in Austria and just like walk through there and like, I don't know, remember things, but I can't do that here. I can't just like drive over here and then go to all these places that I used to go. Well, now I can because I'm here, but it takes kind of a long while to get here. So that's like the weirdest thing ever. So that's what's been on my mind. But anyways, I'm gonna eat my little quiche here and then I'll probably just drive to the wedding venue and be there a bit early because better to be early than to be late. And I think we have a lot of stuff to set up, so it's gonna be fun but also busy. And then the rehearsal dinner is like in the evening today, which I'm very excited for. I brought like an extra outfit. I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna change because she said like no dress code, no worries basically, but maybe I do want to. We'll see. But I'm so excited to see everybody again because yesterday was just like one like small side of the family, and then today and then also obviously tomorrow I'll be meeting everybody else again, and it's gonna be so fun but also so weird. All right, I'll talk to you later. Good morning. The wedding yesterday was so much fun. This morning I've been just kind of driving around all of the like old places that I remember and just trying if I remember how to get to places without using like my phone to navigate, and I did pretty good, I would say. And now I am off to watch a Packer game at my, I guess, sister's house. It is still so weird to be back. My mind still has not wrapped around this whole thing yet, so I think I'll definitely have to come back kind of soon. But now I'm leaving to go to the Packers game. So I'm actually back in Austria again already. I didn't end up filming anything else because we just kind of again focused on family time and spending time together the only couple days that we had. It was so nice to see everybody again and to just kind of be back, and I honestly can't wait to be back, hopefully very soon. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little adventure vlog, and I'll see you in the next one.